Before we get going with the video, fixtures were released at 9 o'clock this morning and we've got a little bit of reason to be enthusiastic right now, haven't we? Because a return to Fratton Park has just been put into perspective. I think a lot of people were thinking, oh, it'd be great to get back to the football, but now the fixtures are out. I just cannot wait to get back, hopefully to away games as well, to meet some of you that might have joined us on the journey in the last 12 to 18 months or so. More on that to come in the next coming weeks and months, and full reaction over the next couple of weeks too. So much still to come on the channel, but today we're talking about Clark Robinson. Enjoy. Hello everyone and welcome back to Fournilwrittenalloverit. We are back after a couple of weeks. We've been loving the England games. It's coming home, it's coming. But it's Pompey that we're talking about today, and it is I'm going to say the first major signing of Danny Cowley's era. It's the second one of the summer. They're starting to fly in the door now. I've asked a very special guest, a very, very special guest, if he could join me and talk this through, because the man that we've signed with Nick's from Rotherham, and who better to ask from the club is the man himself. He's here, Smithy boy's with us, mate. Clark Robertson, God, hang on.
Get it right.
Clark Robertson is now a Pompey player. Thoughts?
I'm a bit fuming, I'll be honest with you, because well, we heard about the news, didn't we? And I messaged you straight away. The first time, I'll tell you, follow his Instagram. I was on Instagram yesterday, and Fournilwrittenalloverit put something on. I swiped straight up to it. I was absolutely fuming about that. Not ideal. He didn't want to sign a contract with us. You can understand he's been with us for a couple of years now. He's had the ups and downs of being at Rotherham United, literal ups and downs, relegated and promotion. To be honest, I understand he wants a new challenge. Obviously he's got kids. Guessing, well, around the Portsmouth area is probably a better area. Yeah, he's a family man. He's a massive family man. I don't know what I'm more upset about, the fact that he's left Rotherham and gone to you, out of all people, or the fact that I can't tell people he goes to the same barbers as me now. So, that's not ideal. 27-year-old Scottish, as I say, he's very experienced, so it's a good signing for you, really. Also, I've just thought, Ryan Williams might have, I don't know, obviously, don't know what happens behind the scenes, might have had a chat with him, told him to pack his bags and come to Portsmouth. I'm not too sure.
Ryan Williams is now at Oxford, mate, so I don't know.
Oh, is he? There must have been some defo going off behind the scenes where Ryan Williams didn't want to play with Clark Robinson.
What sort of thing can we expect from a man like Clark Robinson? Almost 70 games for you. What sort of player was he in a Miller's shirt?
He was a very good player. Like I said, he got us sort of promoted. He had a good run with Rotherham. One thing I would say, and to look out for, he did get injured quite a bit, but when he is actually fit, he's the man and the rock at the back. As I say, he's Scottish, so we don't take any nonsense. So
doesn't take any prisoners.
Absolutely, and Portsmouth, too big in my opinion, and probably in your opinion as well. They're too big to be in League One, and it really looks like Portsmouth's going to try and get promotion this year. Like I say, they've got the experience in Clark Robinson now. He's a leader. Like I say, 27-year-old experienced, no sort of silly mistakes or no ego as well. He's a team player, so I really think it's good signing for Portsmouth, and they essentially, I hate to say it, but I feel like you'll get promoted with sort of experience like that. I've called it first, mate. You've got to. You're too big. Anyone would say that. Thing is, you could say that, but there's also clubs in League One that are also too big to be in League One.
It's a big season this year, isn't it? I mean, there's a lot of teams that will be up there fighting for it, and I'd like to consider both our clubs, mate, to be up there and fighting. The one thing we do have a problem at the minute, Smithy boy, is Clark Robertson.
It's a right tongue twister.
It's difficult because we haven't made many signings. Lots has gone on behind the scenes, which you haven't really discussed on the channel. We've got new reader development projects that have been announced. We now own our own training ground as well, which is superb. Not massive in the way of signings at the moment. I'm really hoping that Clark Robertson is the man who has kicked this all off for Pompey, and hopefully over the next couple of weeks and months, I know we've got a slightly extended transfer window, that we can bring together a team of pure class, mate. Do you reckon he's going to be a man that will fit in nicely to the Pompey setup? And was it easy for him when he came to Rotherham from Blackpool to settle in quite quickly?
Yeah, it was very easy. He came with someone called Carl Vassell. They knew each other. He's fitted straight into the squad. Like I say, he played. The only reason he didn't sort of play sometimes was when he was obviously injured and he couldn't play. How are you feeling about it? Are you more sort of excited, or are you more crap? They've let all the centre backs go. They've urgently brought someone in. What would you say your situation is?
Great question. The one thing that I would say is that the players that we've let go are the ones that have been with us under Kenny Jackett, and quite frankly, they've failed at their job because we've now haven't been promoted from League One for, 4 successive seasons under Kenny Jackett with these players. So it's a clearing out of the dead wood that Danny Cowley no longer feels are in his plans. And I think come the end of the summer, once Danny has been able to put his team together, I think we'll all be laughing. But it's just this very specific moment in time where we are without a few players. We're quite light on. And that's what you're going to have. When you have a massive clear out, you then need to bring in a lot more talent, don't you? So hopefully that is something to come in the next couple of weeks and months. Jayden Stockley was someone that was rumoured before he eventually chose Charlton over Pompey. And there are a couple more names in the firing line as well over the next couple of weeks that I hope will be announced very soon. But, mate, that's quality. Thank you for that. And I'm glad that you've provided with... glad that you've provided us with a little bit of insight into what we can expect from Clark Robertson. If he works hard, Pompey fans will absolutely love him. So
yeah, he's an hard worker. Team player, he's captain Rotherham as well. He's a real leader. I feel like, again, that's what you'll need going into the next season.
Mate, you must be gutted.
Mate, I am. That's the thing. I'm just nervous because we've not signed anyone yet, to be honest, and we're releasing players more. We're releasing more players than we're bringing in. So is like a decent centre-back. It's someone who you would certainly take. He just didn't sign a contract with us, and you can understand he's been with us for a couple of years. He just wants a new sort of challenge, and like I say, his kids are growing up, so he'll want to sort of move and settle in somewhere. Obviously the Portsmouth probably is not, I don't know much about it, but around the sort of players, obviously around the sort of place, sorry, I know where you live, it's pretty nice, so it'll be a good sort of setup for him as well. I am gutted, to be honest, but players move on, and I'm sure the fans will move on. I'm sure we'll bring someone else in. Hopefully they can match his type of quality and skills.
Thank you so much for coming on, mate. Thanks for giving us a little bit of info. We'll see you on the channel very soon, won't we, son?
We absolutely will. Absolutely.
Look after yourself, mate. And thank you for watching. Hopefully that is the start of a big old transfer train that is beginning to leave the station. Now we can have a right old revamp, as we spoke about just then. Thanks for watching. Keep the faith, as always. Play up, Pompey.